Protesters in Serbia's northern city of Novi Sad greeted others who had traveled from the capital Belgrade ahead of a mass demonstration 3 months after a deadly collapse at the city's railway station. Protesters cheered cyclists and drivers who had come to take part in the demonstration against the government of President Aleksandar Vučić. 14 people died in the collapse at Novi Sad's railway station on November 1st, while another later died of their injuries. The protesters say government corruption and poor oversight led to the disaster. Protesters, the opposition and rights groups also accuse Vučić and his Serbian Progressive Party, SNS, of bribing voters, violence against opponents, stifling media freedoms and ties with organized crime. Charges he and the SNS deny. The bridge blockade will mark 3 months since a huge concrete canopy at Novi Sad railway station collapsed on the 1st of November, killing 15 people. Carrying wreaths with the names of the victims, the group of students headed toward the station building to honor those killed in the accident. Weeks of student-led protests, the largest in Serbia in decades, continue to mount a challenge to the Western Balkan country's President Aleksandar Vučić. The protests forced the resignation of Prime Minister Milos Vučević earlier this week and further concessions from the authorities. Many in Serbia believe that the collapse of the awning at the train station was caused by systemic corruption in large infrastructure projects, particularly those involving third-country companies. Critics believe this has led to a sloppy job during the Chinese company reconstruction of the Novi Sad train station, poor oversight and disrespect of existing safety regulations. Prosecutors have filed charges against 13 people for the canopy collapse, including a government minister and several state officials. The main railway station in Novi Sad was renovated twice in recent years as part of a wider infrastructure deal with Chinese state companies.